everybody. I want to thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to be doing our monthly reading for January 2024 for the sign of Taurus. So these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everybody, but if they do, please leave a comment below. If you're watching us on YouTube, go on and like the video and subscribe, of course. And then I would love to hear more about what this means for you, what your situation is, how this kind of landed. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to try to answer those as well. So having said that, let's go on and see what the month of January 2024, the new year, has in store for our Taurus friends. Okay, Taurus, so let's start talking about what we're seeing here. Interesting cards here. I think this is kind of this seems like there's a series of major arcana cards here, which means to me at least that this is going to be a little bit more of a life-changing event, something that's a little more serious, something a little more impactful, as opposed to the day-to-day stuff. This really, I feel like starting out here, we got the abundance and the master card, which means whatever the situation is you're dealing with, and we'll see if the cards kind of flesh out some more details on that. But it looks like you're at the top of your game, that you have gotten to a point where you've mastered whatever this situation is, that you feel like you can go no further with this particular situation. You're actually kind of enjoying the fruits of your labor here with the abundance card. This is essentially similar to a king card. Yeah, and really, again, more materialistic, more like pentacles, more coins, more really just kind of abundance, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and moving along those lines. So whatever this is, you really have a good grip on this. Perhaps it's a career, perhaps some investments, perhaps it's where you want to be financially, where you're at within, your home life, things along those lines. So you're feeling really good about that. But, it's not something, I mean, it's almost like you've things have been so stable that it has to be a change. You feel like you have to keep moving forward here, and this is a really stable position. Kind of as we move forward here, one of the things I'm also seeing is that this politics card is reinforcing the idea that things have to change, that although this looks really good, that this is not it. That because how do I say this? These are positive cards. This is kind of a negative card. And I think you're seeing the situation clearly, but you're seeing it in a different way than what other people are seeing it. And I'm not saying that this isn't good. It is good. It is stable. But you're saying that I think the way that you're seeing this is that this is not as good as it appears to everybody, because if you stay here, this can be stagnation. If you get into stagnation, this stuff can start crumbling out from underneath you. So it's almost like you've mastered this stuff, but in order to make the most of this and to continue to advance, that you have to kind of shake this up and continue to advance forward and move, because if you stay sitting still too long here, then this stuff can easily fall out from underneath you. And so that's kind of how the energy is picking up here for me at this point in time with that particular set of cards. Now, this is further reinforced by the next set of cards we're looking here, which is, I'm seeing the existence card here, which is kind of like the magician card, which is, this is basically saying that, there's something new to look out towards. What I think you have an advantage here of is that you know how to make things happen for yourself. You really have a control over your destination. This isn't something that's happening to you. This is a choice that you are making, and you're making the choice so that the universe doesn't happen to you. You are taking proactive steps to ensure that the crumbling or the bad components that could come out of this never happen. You're staying ahead of that. So we see that this is the actions you're kind of taking here, and it's a good thing, because what's going to end up happening here, what you're trying to accomplish this change. And this is the thunderbolt. This is like the tower. This is a transition. This is I don't want to say everything has to be torn down to the ground, but you are closing one door and another door is opening. So those actually complement each other very well in terms of what you are trying to do here and where you're going. And we have a 3 card over here, which 3 is a card of growth. And again, I think this is a good thing. I think that this is something that's exciting for you. This is a celebration card. This is, in this particular deck, this is the cups. So it's the way you're feeling, your emotional, your outlook, things along those lines. So again, you are making a proactive step to make a major transition so that you don't fall into the trap here. And this is putting you into a stage of growth that's moving you forward. And you're excited about that. You're not scared of the change. You're excited about that because you know this has to happen. You would much rather have control over this. This keeps you feeling in control. And it's probably the same type of attributes that have led you to success with whatever this is here. But I'm also picking up, and maybe this is some other cards I'm picking up, but again, this isn't like you're rushing into this blindly. This is very calculated. You're thinking this stuff through. And I get that sense, I think, for the existence card here, I get this sense that you are really taking a look at this and making some decisions. You're making some calculations in your head. You're saying, okay, this is what's going to happen if I wait too long here. So I need to do this. I need to do A. I need to B so that I can get to C. So very calculated in the way you're doing it. This isn't an impulsive thing by any means. Okay, so let's take a look at a few of the things here. What do we have here that's going to help you? So one, in terms of assets, things that you either have already or things that you need to be looking for, is reflected in this experiencing card. And again, this is a card of growth. This is a card of creating something. So this is a card of being in the moment. So again, I think you're really grounded in this. I think you're thinking this through. I think that the way that you're thinking about this and the way that you're trying to get ahead of this is the asset that we're talking about here. Looks like that the opportunity is what we need to look out for next is going to be the creator, and the creator is going to be the creator's this is basically a king card. So we're talking about experience, we're talking about knowledge, we're talking about decisiveness. This is, he has control over the passion, is again, very calculated type of deal. You really have a grip on what you know what needs to happen here. And not only do you know what needs to happen, you know the steps you want to take to get there. So again, into the experiencing, into the creator side. And you're doing this in such a way here, it's very interesting. You're doing this in such a way that look at the card's slowing down here, but what this turtle is really doing here, this tortoise is looking over the landscapes, looking out into the water, looking out here to what's going on, surveying the land. Is this in line with where you think it should be in line with what you're trying to create, with the moves that you're trying to make? So again, very grounded, very stable, very calculated, non-impulseful whatsoever. So I think overall I feel like this is going to be a smooth transition. I don't see any major challenges going through because everything's so calculated for you. Extremely interesting with that placement there for me, at least. Okay, so timing. So I think timing is, got the transformation card again. Look for this opportunity sometime within the next 1 to 3 months to get moving with this, to actually execute and start taking charge and start making those moves that you've already planned out here. But this is going to lead to a transformation. This is going to be, you're going to start seeing, I think already see things pretty damn clearly from what I can tell and hear. The things are really going to clear up here. And I think the time to act is now. I think that you have this laid out. And if you're not quite ready yet, you're almost there. So maybe the month of January is when this is actually happening for you. But so I think this is right around the corner for you. Somebody that is going to be able to help you. Let's see. We got the Beyond Illusion card here. And I almost get the sense that I think this is a person, but I think this is a person that's going to help validate what you are thinking and what you are seeing. They're going to be able to just like cut through it and see things for the way that they really are. And I think more than anything, it's going to be a validation so that any bit of that self doubt or potential fear or the unknown is kind of quelled and pushed down by somebody else saying, I know exactly what you're talking about. That makes perfect sense. Maybe even adding some stuff that will help you, kind of shake out a few more of those details. But again, this is going to be a reinforcement type person, and they're really going to keep you grounded. They're going to help you, you know, reinforce the idea that these are step-by-step actions. Take this step and this should happen, take this step and this should happen, take this step, and if it happens adjust this way, okay, we can go this way and still achieve the same goal. So whoever this person is, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a spouse, whether it's family member, sibling, whatever, you know, this person is going to be instrumental in helping you, help reinforcing the idea that the path that you have laid out is actually really good. It's really well thought out. And it's just going to be that validation that will help give you the confidence and the courage and the momentum to keep moving forward on this. Because this is going to be a, I don't want to say slow and steady, but it's definitely not going to be like a fast impulse thing. That's not your nature. That's not the situation here. You're going to take this to the next level. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to build those foundations to take it to the next level. So again, assets, things that are going to help you along the lines, things you want to look out for. Again, really understand if it's the growth situation that, lining this out, building that roadmap is going to be huge because that's what's going to be following. Understanding the timing of this, when it's time to take the right move, again, sometime in the next 1 to 3 months, there's going to be an opportunity, there's going to be a feeling, there's going to be something that says, okay, this is it. I don't know if this is going to be a nudge. I don't know if this is going to be something you see, but be open to whatever that is, whether it's something that happens very like physically, like things here start getting a little shaky, or if it's just a feeling, whatever it is, trust your gut on that, trust your instinct, trust your intuition, move forward on that. And then of course, look out for that person that's going to be able to help you reflect and validate what you are thinking, what you're feeling, your plan of action, and the way that you're moving forward here. So I think actually a very good reading for my Taurus friends in the month of January 2024. It's a great way to start out the new year. Let me know what this is about for you. I'd love to hear more about this. Tell me, in the comments below, how this lands for you, what the situation is. Do you know who this person is yet? Does this make sense to you? Yeah, just let me know. I'd love to hear more about it. So that is what I have for this month. Thank you once again for watching. If you have any questions, like I said, just let me know. I'll do what I can to help. And that's it. We'll wrap it up, and we will see you next month.